I did not know they had steroids back then, but man, these dudes are juicing. Warguard is a comic book that more people should be talking about because it is unbelievably awesome. And I just kind of want to show it to you. There's 3 issues of it, so strap in and enjoy. It's going to be probably my typical 10-15 minute video, but I mean, look at that cover. Let's start with that cover. Very, very cool. This is your typical black and white, insanely detailed, awesome comic. And I mean, look at that buff dude on a boat that's coming right towards you. I mean, that is the pinnacle of comic books right there. I mean, just man, what a splash page there. I did not know they had steroids back then, but man, these dudes are juicing. What an awesome looking comic. It's done by Sean Patty. Never heard of him before other than this. I picked this book up. It was just an indie book that I picked up. It looked cool. I'm like, oh, a Viking book. And I saw some screenshots of it, and I was like, that's something that's totally up my alley. I mean, when you see a dude that buff with that much detail around his muscles and that much detail on the floorboards of the boat he's on, you got to pick it up. I actually read this comic, and it is not a bad comic. It's actually pretty good. It's your typical like run-of-the-mill stuff, like dude who's badass and whatever, but it's still very, very cool. Sorry, I'm trying not to cough into the microphone if possible. Hope that didn't pick it up. If it did, I apologize. But I mean, we got some great ink work. I mean, look at the inking on the fur. Very cool. And I even love like the inking on the leaves and the grass, everything around trees. But this is a guy drawing his heart out for sure. And I also love it when comics do like this black border on black and white. I think it just looks so cool. It really pops. Great lettering as well. And then we got this sick. I mean, look at that. That's a page turner for sure. A book turner, I should say. And just the amount of detail in those muscles and that inking there. And just the great action and the weight of the figure just chopping that dude's head off. I mean, we are at full-blown war here. Awesome lettering, or sound effect lettering too. I mean, yeah. Trying not to scrape my books against the surface, but I am. I mean, anybody who can add that much detail to like armor, you know, and just like so cool. Like I love that form of the armor over the arm. And simple shape, simple cylindrical shape, some cones on the end of it, but it looks cool. I mean, that's all you need. All you need. Just remember basic shapes. If you're trying to become a good artist, just remember basic shapes. Everything is basic shapes. And then you kind of just whittle away at it, and then you get, you know, a face or an arm or something like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, trying really hard not to scrape against the surface. And that sword looks pretty dull, but it's going to do a lot of damage, I can tell you that. I love that jet. That's like a gesture that I draw, you know, where it's like bent over. I draw that a lot. I draw that bent over gesture for some weird reason. I don't know, I just think it looks cool when like somebody's hunched over. Look at that. So cool. Got this awesome page here. And look at the muscles. Look at the just all looks so good. You got those triceps on the back, biceps on the top, forearm. Even the elbow looks great as it's connecting, locking into the cylinder of the forearm. Just great stuff. Such awesome use of simple shapes. And using your ability to design or understand anatomy. Get that anatomy in there. Very, very cool. I don't know why this book isn't more known. So rad. And then, man, look at that right there. What a centerfold there. If you're on the subway, you're definitely going to be doing that, for sure. People are going to be looking at you and be like, what's that dude looking at? And you're going to be like, this. Anything radder than that. By the way, back muscles. I feel like there's too much anatomy going on there. Like way too much anatomy, but it looks good. Remember, always add muscles. Don't forget muscles. Also, another problem, again, with the comic book not fucking closing correctly. Really not a fan of that, so you have to kind of finagle it, get away from the page after the centerfold. And there we go. I'm not gonna not look at that for a second. Just so cool. Even the rain looks good. Rain looks awesome. It just all looks good. I mean, it's just when you look at a comic book like this, you have to just be in awe. And even that face, the face just looks so real. He's a badass motherfucker, that's for sure. Wow. Every page, something. The other thing about these books is they're pretty good size. They're not. I don't know. This feels bigger than 22 pages to me. It does, at least. Hopefully, I'm talking into the mic and not to the side of the mic. I think I'm talking to the side of the mic. So I'm trying to talk into the mic. So if I sound like I'm like over here, sorry. It's because I'm trying to look at the book while also doing it. So yeah, very cool. That dude's fucked. That's not a good ending for you. And then we have, obviously, our title in the actual story. So it separates the men from the boys in storytelling, if you ask me. And this dude looks super badass. I mean, I think this is one of these books where like they introduce a new badass character every issue, I think. But there's only 3 issues, so. And then we have some interesting stuff. I actually have this, like a magazine with some extras. Maybe one day I'll go over it if I feel like it. Probably won't. It's one of those things where it's like, it looks like it would be cooler than it is, but it's still pretty cool. It's just, you know, this is why you want. This is what you want. This is what you want to buy. Awesome cover, great coloring. I mean, it just looks cool. I mean, you look at this comic, I would want to buy this comic if I saw it on a rack. Don't know why it's not on the rack. Should be. Trying not to get my book caught in my sticker there. And man, just cool stuff there. And then we start our book with, I mean, just look at it. The amount of detail. I keep saying that over and over again, but just such a cool looking, such a cool looking book. I love the rain there. Dude's face with like, you know, he clearly got the shit kicked out of him. Or that's the same dude, I think, from the, oh no, it's the dude who was at the end of the issue. So they're mid-fight right now. Sorry. I remember the story. Not really, though. I remember the art. Definitely. Yeah. Just, I mean, look at that drawing there. These two dudes are about to face off, and they're not fucking around at all. Dude's got a missing tooth. And then we got a book turner right there. I love that armor. It reminds me of like World of Warcraft armor. It's very cool. I think this came out in like the 90s, I want to say. And then he reprinted it, I think is the dealio, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was turned again, but it's not. I mean, that is not on the body, but you know, he thought, well, I mean, there is a muscle in between it there, but it doesn't look like a ball. So, but he's bulging those muscles out for sure. And then we have another page turner here. Starting to get confusing. What pages you turn and what you know, because I'm like, oh, okay, we're back to normal here. I do sometimes hate that where you know, comics turn. I don't think that's a thing anymore very often, because it's a bit distracting. But anyways, yeah, I love that you know, very like pristine like backgrounds with like architecture, no chips or anything, just like perfect, looks perfect. Love it. I love that shadow too. You can definitely tell that was done with marker, I feel like, because you can kind of like see, I don't know, that looks like it was done with marker. I don't know if I asked this question already, but have you heard of this book before? You have. How did you hear about it? Man, look at those triceps, dude. Those fuckers are bulging, man. Tricep, so you get like your tricep, right? And then you get like this tube that connects like into the elbow. Very confusing stuff, but these are things that you need to know. I mean, he definitely knows his anatomy for sure. Is he a Bridgman guy? I know I'm a Bridgman guy. It's so nice when you see artists like just understand anatomy. It's like a language, really. Like you get it, you know. That's the thing about drawing, is it's a language. Sorry, I'm talking about this. I love that shadow over his face there. Just, you know, because the guy's jumping down. Very fucking cool. Dude is blocking the sun. Very cool. I hate these tight comic books. That's the thing about these indie books, is like, I do wish that they had better binding. The binding is fucking trash on them. Thankfully, I think this book will always be forever in print. You can buy it from like one of those indie comic websites. I can't remember which one it is. Like comic something. I don't know. Like, I think it's like $4.99 or something. So you're never gonna not be able to get this. Yeah. Awesome anatomy there. That's a great piece there. Love it. Absolutely love. Great horse. I'm a big fan of somebody who can draw a great horse, because horses are difficult. If you can draw a great horse, I can barely speak. Sounds like I'm saying gray horse, because sometimes I don't finish my words, but I'm working on that. And then, of course, we end here, and we got some extras and some previews and stuff. And then let's go to issue 3, and then we will finish this out. Another awesome cover. I wouldn't expect any difference. Very interesting. And then this one is a little more, I don't know if it's like flashbacky or what. There's some, it feels like, looks like there's like, he's doing like pencil, like straight pencils, and then he's doing ink. So like these are pencils and this is ink, which is a very interesting choice. Maybe he's doing like a flashback, or I'm not sure. I don't remember the actual story, but I remember the story not being bad from when I read it. I think it's a, no though, because it looks very different. I think this was done later. I don't remember the story with this book. It's a thing though. That's all I know. Should check it out. I do remember this issue being like weirder. Like I was like, what is this? What am I looking at? That's yeah. Very interesting choice to just do what it looks like, just straight pencil work. Alan Moore is in the comic book, so there you go. If you are interested in Alan Moore, there you go. Yeah. Also, I think the like main chick looks totally different than she looked in the previous issue as well. This is why you should not go years and years and years without doing your comic. because people are going to pick it up and be like, this looks nothing like what I bought before, and this looks nothing like what we were reading before. But yeah, very cool. That's totally just taken from Conan with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I feel like. That's got some more awesomeness when it comes to these indie books and their binding. Love it. I'm just gonna whatever. If it rips, it rips. I don't care. Those first 2 issues were much stronger than this than this last issue. This last issue is looks good. Just doesn't have the same feel to it. And then there we go. And then I don't think there's an issue 4. I don't know. I just like the ink work better. That shows you how powerful the ink brush is, or ink is. And then there's like an end here where some of it's inked. I don't know if he like did it and then didn't finish it. I don't know what the whole deal is, but what's a cool cover in the back. But yeah, that's Warguard. Cool book, interesting book, fun little indie book. The first 2 issues, way better. I feel like looked way more amateurish. I feel like, but way better. I mean, come on now. It knew it wanted me to open up to this page. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, that was Indie Week, or this is Indie Week, or I'm not sure how I'm going to put these, so I don't want to make this the last one I put up. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and you have a great day.